Why do you think art and music are important, and how do you think they connect to biking?
That is such a beautiful question. The Youth Bike Summit is all about creating space, and it's all about transformation. And I think that the creativity that's necessarily involved in art and music is very much about a process of transformation. And I think one of the things that we all recognize here is that the bicycle is just a platform for social change. It's a platform for health. It's a platform for jobs. It's a platform for joy and self-assurance and a sense of accomplishment. And I feel like in my life as an educator and as an advocate for youth, I've learned that a lot of the work we do, it really doesn't matter the form that things take, right? It's about the spaces we create. It's about the kind of engagement. So whether we're talking about bicycles, or if we're painting a mural, if we're learning an instrument, or if we're in math class, it's about the level of engagement that we're able to have. And also, it's about this energy. And so how can we capture and communicate and generate more energy? And I think art plays, and public art plays, a huge role in helping to make that happen.
Oh, wow, my phone. Okay, do you feel similar emotions when creating an art exhibit and putting on the Bike Summit?
These are such good questions. You guys have done your research. I'm very impressed. People ask me a lot of questions. These are the first two times anyone's ever asked me those two questions. Yes, I absolutely do. In fact, the other day I had an interview. It was an interview in the art realm, and they were asking me to describe my creative practice and the relationship between my creative practice and my professional practice. And I've learned in my life as a public artist and as the founder of the Youth Bike Summit is that, again, my art has become very much about how to create space. And so it's not just a matter of just simply drawing a circle in the sand and hoping things happen. It's about being incredibly thoughtful and intentional and receptive to what it is we learn in this space. So we learn how to further construct and craft a structure that will necessarily accommodate and support this amazing energy that we want to further and to continue to generate. So I've really now I love painting murals. Don't get me wrong. I'm just a happy camper when I am painting a mural. But the feeling of creating the space, it comes from the same place in my heart. It comes from the same part of the cell memory in my hands. It is very much just one and the same practice. And that's actually been that's actually been very personally rewarding to come to learn as an artist.
Do you like the Rockaways better, why do you like the Rockaways better than any other places you've ridden?
Ah, you've done your homework. So I live in Brooklyn, New York, and my favorite bike ride in New York City is going to Reese Beach. It's a beach in the Rockaways, and it is one of those. New York City is a conglomeration of islands. You know, it's like people think New York City, it's like, oh, metropolis, oh, this and that. But we're just like island people living on islands. There are bird estuaries, there are ecosystems. And the ride from where I live in Sunset Park, Brooklyn, to Far Rockaway is very much this reminder of the geographical landscape that actually is New York City. And I like being reminded of that, that alongside all of this intensity and energy and culture, that we have to navigate and negotiate our public space each and every day. So I appreciate that reminder. And then you end up at the Atlantic Ocean. It's very beautiful.
What skills overlap with being an artist, advocate, and an activist?
I think being sensitive. I think sensitivity is a skill. I think that learning to develop and articulate one's relationship to how one sees and how one experiences the world we live in is very much a skill, and it's something that I've been able to develop as an artist and as a teacher and as someone working in nonprofits. The love of people and really wanting to learn from people and getting to know people, people's experiences, those are things that I've done a lot with in the public artwork that I've done and also in my work as an educator.
So you've been with the Bike Summit for 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
In your time here, what do you think is one of the most innovative projects you've seen?
Wow. Wow. I'll answer it like this. This past fall, I started to feel very discouraged in a way I was not accustomed to. Young people are not safe. People of color are not safe. It's nothing new, but seeing things to the level at which they've arrived is very disheartening to me. And when I was a little younger, I really believed that I could do the work I could do each and every day to help create a world that I really wanted to live in. And I started to feel really upset about what I was reading in the news and what some friends of mine were going through and what I felt like, we're all going through as a result. And that all started to coincide with the real planning effort for the Youth Bike Summit this year. And it was very encouraging to me because I'm like, wow, things really happen here. Brand new initiatives have been born at the Youth Bike Summit, new organizations, new projects. And that to see young people sort of taking the charge and the leadership role in that is very encouraging to me. And I'm like, well, if I can continue to do this, that's what I want to do. So I feel like the innovation of the fact that the things really happen here is very remarkable to me. I'm very inspired by that. That's part of what kind of guides me to continue to do this work.
And just out of curiosity, what are the 3 states you haven't been to?
I have not been to Alaska, Hawaii, and North Dakota.
Thank you.
And I've been to the rest.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. That was my favorite interview ever. You guys are awesome. Thank you.
I think you're pretty awesome too.